I'm Heidzalyn with Austin Entertainment Management, and we're the sponsors of Farmapalooza. And I'm so very excited because my band Mast is also playing at Farmapalooza. And I'm here today with one of the bands that is also going to be performing with us, Holly and the Nice Lions. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, I think. I mean, I'm only speaking
Pretty
for
all
myself.
right.
Pretty all right. Okay, I like the sound of that. All right, well, why don't you guys quickly introduce yourselves and what do you guys do in the band?
I'm Holly, and I am the guitar and vocals.
Guitar
I'm
and vocals.
Steven. I play bass and sometimes sing, and then we'll occasionally do additional instrumentation on the records.
Awesome. Welcome, Steven.
I'm Travis. I play drums and generally break stuff in general. Yeah, generally break stuff in general.
You know, you need to come check out this place in Jacksonville that I just saw this weekend. You go in, you pick out 2 breakable items, and then you get to go into this room and just smash it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So
That's better than your drums.
Yeah.
Your drums. Jeez.
yeah, I guess if you have a problem smashing your drums and you don't have to want to keep replacing it, a place like this smash it place would be good for you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. It might help. It save money in the long run.
Awesome. Okay, so how did you all meet?
It was rather organically. We were all playing in different bands. Well, I was playing in this band still, but I had a rotating cast of characters. No one was like a really cemented in member. It was just me writing songs, and whoever would agree to play the shows with me would play the shows. And then I eventually played with Steven and Travis's band, or their other bands. And we got along musically and clicked, and they were like, we want to make music with you. And I said, be in my band for real. And now we're a real band.
I love it.
Yeah. I think the first time that Holly and I played together was New Year's Eve 2010.
At the Eagles Club in Green Bay.
Yeah,
Right?
it's the Eagles Club around then. And then the first time I met Travis, I think was it when we literally met and then played our first show at the
High Noon in Madison
in 2014. Then I briefly moved to NYC in 2015 and then moved back, and everything has been the 3 of us ever since, pretty much.
Yeah, that was that was the first time meeting Steven and then playing with him hours later. Like we got a friend's house that we could like practice quick in the basement at Roz's. It was Roz's house, right? And
Probably.
I was at the time. Yeah.
And and we practiced, and then we went and played our first show. And I had, like Holly said, had met Holly playing with different bands and playing with her. And then like I moved away for a while too, with the railroad and everything. And then when I got done with my stint there, moved back, and then like saw Holly out, and I was like, oh man, I would really like to do something musically with Holly, but I didn't have the Nice Lions in mind per se. I just wanted to do something. I had more of a head coat tease thing in mind. And then Holly was like, do you want to join the Nice Lions? Because I kind of need a drummer. And I was like, oh, sure. And then I went and bought like all the records that she had out and like studied up, and then got to the first practice, and Holly was like, we're not playing any of that crap. We're doing new stuff. And I'm like, oh, all right, well. So you could have just asked for it. I'm like,
appreciated the effort.
We should also briefly shout out Roz's band Heavy Looks, who are from Madison and very, very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she facilitated our first practice together. So thanks, Roz.
Awesome. I'm feeling the love right now. Okay, so I was looking you guys up and listening to your music on Bandcamp. And so I noticed that you're named by a 4-year-old. So what are you guys like the actual lions? And what did you do to convince this 4-year-old that you were nice? Like, how did this happen?
We saved this 4-year-old's group of puppies from being in a fire. That's a lie.
The puppies were in an ambulance that was on fire.
And yeah, we rushed in actuality, so I was a music teacher for a stint in my life, a long stint, and I taught like very young preschool through like 10 to 12-year-olds. And one of my youngest students, her mom, I'm guessing, or a parent must have found my like alter identity on the internet, like, and showed them like YouTube videos of my band, and I was in need of a new band name at the time. So she walks in and she says, "Tell Miss Trasty what you want to tell her." And she says, "I know the name of your band. It's Holly and the Nice Lions." And I was like, "All right, kid, that's it, because I need a band name stat." So
I love it. That's a great story.
yeah, she is now 16. So yeah, we're old.
I feel you. Okay. So at Austin Entertainment Management this year, our theme is vision. So I want to ask you guys, what is your vision for this project? Where are you guys headed? What do you have planned?
Well, I don't know if we have like a one singular vision. I know we collectively talk about going on a proper tour now that like the pandemic is, I mean, it's still a thing, but now it's more safe with vaccines for us to play shows and go about. We've mostly just only played in the Midwest, so we'd like to branch out. That's my personal goal, and also record our next album. You guys can tell me your goals for this band. This is kind of like therapy in front of people.
Yeah, we before 2020 and the lead up to that, we were kind of in the process of discussing how to put together a tour that would have taken us through 3 key international stations, being Paris, London, and Dublin. And I think we still kind of have that idea as like one of the grand designs on the back burner, but we also have a few enticing offers from a couple places that we would have to figure out how to get back from, and for ways to make that work for us, or be at least somewhat sensible financially and still leave us with like enough or possibly extra to support recording the next record. Holly, to her credit, is really intentional about the kind of money side of things with the band, and we are always pretty well prepared to go on like a recording expedition of some sort, usually somewhere within close range, but if somewhere out of our typical range comes calling, then we're reasonably well prepared to go that route as well.
Awesome.
I think we always,
touring.
I think we always use this as like a just a cool way to have fun in different areas too. Unless like, I don't know, we're not against playing weird basement shows like we did in Madison. I had to get towed to it. But like that's and you never know. I don't know. You never know when you take a weirdo show somewhere, like who you're gonna meet or what you're gonna do, or I don't know. It's always fun. It's just fun playing different places for me, at least, you know. And I guess that's so backing up the tour thing or what have you. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
fun being in different places and playing with different people, meeting different people, and I don't know, having
it's
a good time.
also been an outlet for not just strictly playing shows and things. Like we recently rented a cabin in the North Woods of Wisconsin for kind of like a little band retreat to brainstorm some songwriting and to run through new songs and just have that kind of like refresh and connect with each other again. Because I am the one member of the band that's not in Green Bay. I'm in Madison, so we don't always get to see each other. And having those kind of moments is important for us as well, just on multiple fronts, like chemistry, songwriting, and progressing and pushing the band forward is helpful.
Yeah, I feel like if we weren't like close friends, we wouldn't be able to enjoy getting weird with each other on stage as much.
Yeah.
But as far as goals go, it would be awesome. We were so I've been working on some voice acting in an animated film, and I was working with Deborah Ayal of Romeo Void, who was like a like kind of a cult classic post-punk 80s band. And she offered, because her husband is like a recorder producer of a lot of more famous bands than us, so she offered like, hey, you are always welcome to come here and record with Patrick, her husband. And that would be, you know, an amazing opportunity. But as Steven said, it's always logistics. We want to make sure, like, you know, even though we view kind of everything we do as like going on vacation together and we get to play band and it's mostly paid for, we still want to, you know, make sure that we're not just jumping into something that we're unprepared for.
And also so that we can keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. It's like working the fun of it into it, but making sure that the costs are covered and that you're getting out of it what you're putting into it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, obviously none of us are in it to make money. We're doing it because it's our passion, but also we would like to like not lose money. So if band pays for itself and we get to have fun along the way, we're pretty happy.
Yeah, and there's also the industry expectations and just the harsh realities of that side of the business, where if we want to kind of go in upper ladder rung, then having that secured is going to be the fastest and most effective way to do that, whether that's hiring a PR agent for like a brief 2 to 3 window run of press, or like Holly said, going like cross country to meet up with a producer who's interested in working with us. That is on a level that's not always accessible in the upper Midwest in terms of experience and industry cash.
Awesome. So you guys have a show coming up tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, we're playing in Upper Michigan.
So in the UP?
Hancock?
Yeah, up in Hancock, Upper Michigan. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So where is that?
It's in the Upper Peninsula. So if Michigan's kind of shaped like this, it's like up here.
It's way up
Yeah.
there.
It's
By
way up
Michigan
there.
Tech.
Copper Harbor is one of the most minor points and most northern point, or most northern kind of like minor market point of the UP. And I think it's a 40-minute to an hour drive south of that.
So what bar is it at, or venue?
It's at the Orpheum, which, okay, so I was born in Upper Michigan. I was born in a little town called Lake Linden, but I went to school in Hancock. So honestly, I don't know what the Orpheum is. I think it must have been something else, like, and now it's been rebranded and renamed. So it's our first time playing this venue.
I think somebody said it was like it was called like the Pick Theater or something like that
That was
before?
my dad.
That was your dad. Okay. Holly's dad said it was the Pick
And
Theater.
I
Mr.
mean, no,
Trusty.
but yeah, he probably knows. He's probably correct, but I don't know for sure, or if he's just guessing what it is. So
Nice. Well, it sounds cool. That's awesome, you guys. So, where can everybody go to check you out? You're on Facebook, Instagram, Bandcamp. Is there something I'm missing?
I mean, those are the best ones. You can always check out our music on, any of the internet streaming services like Spotify or iTunes, but Bandcamp would be better.
Okay, awesome. And we've got you guys featured on our website, howlsthebomb.com/Farmapalooza. So we've got a link there. That's also where the replay of this video is going to be. So you can come back and watch it over and over and over again because you had so much fun watching us. So we've reached the point of this conversation where you guys are going to give me a number. And we're going to just have a random question that nobody knows what it's going to be. So what's your number, guys?
Steven, you tell her and tell her why.
Okay. We're going with 32 because that was my order number at a fast food place just down the street in my new neighborhood.
That's
With onions.
That's good
Number
reason.
32 with onions.
I did have onion rings. Yeah. You didn't know that.
I
But I
didn't.
did.
Or maybe I did, Steven. You heard Madison's a short jaunt.
If you were here and you knew that and you didn't make contact with me, I would be upset.
Okay, so you want to hear why 32 is the lucky number?
Why?
Absolutely.
Because I've only done 2 interviews so far, and 32 has been chosen before, but that's totally cool because you guys are going to have different answers.
Ah,
Okay, so the question is, what song is your favorite, but no one knows about?
Oh, a secret favorite song?
Yeah,
of
From
our
this
band.
band or from any band?
any band, it says your favorite.
So
Okay.
I
like,
know it's really hard to pick a favorite, but but think of one that nobody knows about. Like either they don't know the song at all, they've never heard it, it's like a super B-side song, or they just don't know that you secretly like Britney Spears.
okay.
Holly loves Britney Spears and is not ashamed of that in the least.
no.
So
I have
Yeah, one of the
always-
last shows we did a mini cover of a Britney song for her unofficial
That's right.
What birthday bash thing in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm gonna answer both. So my like what you wouldn't expect me to like, I guess, but now you told them that I like Britney Spears, so I guess this isn't so out of left field. Is I Love It by Icona Pop featuring, I think it's Charlie XCX. That is a rager. I love that song. It comes
it's a
on.
banger.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I don't care, and I do love it. I'll think about my other secret song that maybe nobody would know, but you guys talk instead of me now.
Okay, who's next?
Travis?
Also going 2-parter, I guess. Favorite song of ours that we don't really play live like ever. I think we only did it a couple times. Untamed Velvet, that was off the Black Moon. I really, really dig it. And it was recorded really well. We just don't really play it live, and I think it was one of the more low-key songs on the record, and I thought it was really, really cool. Thought Holly wrote some really cool lyrics for it. We gave him some good music. It was cool.
It's on the Bandcamp page.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can all listen but know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. See, now it won't be so unknown.
Right.
I guess favorite. Okay, if we're going songs that you wouldn't expect me to like, because I don't know how I present myself. I don't know. I probably hipster trash, I guess. But I like absolutely love Neil Diamond and Brother Loves Traveling Salvation Show. I think that was featured in a movie with David Spade, Lost and Found, I think it was called. But anyway, I absolutely love that song, and it's really stupid.
Nice, nice. Steven?
Yeah, for me, this is semi-harder because I'm thinking about it from the perspective of that people don't know that I like it, but I am very open about what I like and also work in a capacity that allows me to publish writing about what I like. So it's got to be something really recent. One song that I do really like that I don't think a lot of people would know, because I've very recently become obsessed with this record out of left field, is there's an old Pedro the Lion record called Control. So I've been watching early live videos of them playing the songs, and in the lead up to the release of that record, it was delayed, which meant that, as happens a lot of times with songs, the songs from earlier live sets changed, sometimes dramatically, sometimes undramatically. But there's an early version of a song called Options on that record that's different from the studio version, and it is significantly different in presentation and instrumentation. Chords and lyrics are still the same, but the early version of Options is incredible, and I prefer it to the one that made it on the record.
Nice. That's a great answer to that question. Okay, Holly, wrap this question up with your second.
Okay. So I've been listening on repeat recently, and here's the thing: I've only ever read the artist's name, so I don't really know how to say it. So I might butcher it, and I apologize to anyone who knows how to say this. But this song is called Sportsmen, and it's by Hirumi Hosono, and it's just like this very, he makes a bunch of different kinds of sounding music, and this is just like, it's a very catchy song, but it's very odd. And that's all I'll say.
Awesome.
Well, I will say, I do have one more from us. I'm going to take a page out of Travis's book and say, for a very specific reason, there's a song that we haven't released on any public platforms yet called Husband Stitch, which we wrote and recorded, just us playing through in a Northwoods cabin that we rented for a songwriting session over a weekend a couple months ago. And playing through that song, I think it took us 3 to 4 runs through it, but we hit on something that kind of collectively all made us look at each other and raise our eyebrows and go, oh yes, which hasn't super happened since I think we wrote a song called Your Boyfriend's Dead in Travis's old attic. And it sounded enormous in that attic. It still sounds pretty big in other venues, but in that attic specifically, it sounded huge. And I think that's when we all kind of collectively tapped into that feeling of like, okay, this is the sound that we can achieve collectively, that we all like, that makes sense. And we did it again with Husband Stitch, which is a little faster and a little harder than that one, but kind of tapped into that same sense of just like natural understanding and like camaraderie of a shared perspective, and kind of sense that something was happening that is occasionally indefinable and is part of what makes playing music with your friends so great.
I love that. Very well said. So are you guys going to play these songs that you mentioned in these interviews at Farmapalooza? What do you say?
We will play Husband Stitch. We can try to play Untamed Velvet, but we haven't played that in so long. But if we practice,
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, Mast has not performed live since 2016. So
this is like a big welcome back type thing.
This is a big welcome back type thing. So if we can relearn our whole set, plus we're writing 2 new songs and we're hoping to have those ready to play. So if we can do that, you guys can do that one song.
Okay, yeah, she's setting the bar low for us.
Yeah, really raising
You
the
better
mask there.
announce
We
it.
do need low bars.
You better announce it so that I'm paying attention, like, and I'm right up there in the front when you guys play it.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being with me. For everybody out there, Farmapalooza is in Kaukauna, Wisconsin, and it's June 9th through the 11th. There's camping. It's awesome. You can just go to howlisthebomb.com/Farmapalooza to learn more about what bands are playing. And also you can get more information about how you can join us at this event. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us. This was fun.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
All right, we'll see you guys all in June.